front wheel bearing noise, grinding, squeaking, groaning at low to medium speeds.
He's got a bearing, he's got a hub just in case he needs it.
Oh, that was easy.
We're gonna take this tie rod off now. The cotter pin's completely rusted in there, so we're just gonna shear it off and get it out with a pin punch later. We're gonna whack this knuckle, temporarily deform the metal to get this tie rod end out without screwing up the boot. We're going to take the bolt out that keeps the ball joint connected to the knuckle now. We're going to take this ABS wire off to separate the knuckle from the car so we can set it.
Oh shit.
It appears that our hub is moving around in the bearing, and we believe that's supposed to be a press fit. It fell apart after the press. You can see this bearing's basically seized, and the outer race of the original bearing is still in this steering knuckle, so we're going to press that out next. It appears this knuckle's machined here with a lip, so that race is going to have to be pressed out the back side. We're looking at this hub, and you can see it's completely worn there. So we're definitely going to need a new hub here. And the only piece we really need off this is this piece for the ABS. We'll unscrew that and install it on the new one. Alright, it's day 2 of the Subaru Nightmare, and the owner has seals for it now, and a new bolt. We were able to get that one out with a little bit of heat and a vice grips. I don't believe this is a directional bearing. This white thing is just holding together the inner races until I get it pressed. When we press the bearing in, we'll press on the outside edge, and then when we press the hub assembly on, we'll have a backer on the inside race.
Got the grooves, so that look pretty good.
We'll press the bearing into this shoulder right here. We're checking some videos on the tube, and some cars actually have like a magnetic part to this bearing for the ABS sensor. But this one doesn't have that. It's external. We just got an old chunk of bearing on top of that new bearing. It fits in there pretty good. So if you flip it over, you'll see if it's seated against that lip.
We have to reshoot this. There we go, I think, right?
We're going to use the seal driver to tap in the seals. This is what that's looking like, fully seated. We're throwing the dust shield on right now before we do this other press. Putting the inner seal in now. Probably should have did that first, but... Ooh, wow. Loose fit. We're going to use this chunk of pipe on the press to support that inner race when we press the hub in.
How far, oh boy, really? How far do I go? Right away, huh?
Because yeah, what stops it essentially? I mean,
Good.
just this
The
this inside
The
thing.
inner race in here is hitting the hub.
That's good.
Yeah.
You see that white thing just push right out of there. We don't need that anymore. That's where the seal rides. I'm gonna throw a little grease on there. We got a bunch of torque specs printed up here. So we'll torque everything to spec. That CV nut will be torqued with the wheel on the ground and someone with their foot on the brake. We're putting this back together and we found the camber adjustment. It's in this bolt here. So the head of this bolt should be marked with like a Sharpie or something, and then which way it's facing on the strut. He's got her lined up with the rust marks, so the camber will probably be pretty close. We'll take a look at this big gun here. This is a pretty difficult job. If you're any kind of beginner, don't even attempt it. If you don't have a press, I probably wouldn't do it either. These pins are frozen, so we're gonna get them out of there, clean them up, lube them all so they float freely.
Oh, that's much better. Oh, that's the way to do it.
Can you demonstrate the operation of it now? Final torque.